So it's Tim and Victoria here. Say hi, T.
Hello.
So we have to go grocery shopping. It's our day off, and I figured we'd bring you along. Right now we are at Aldi's, and we're outside, but we're gonna get our quarter, our bags, and we'll go in and we'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, so here we are at Aldi's. We have quite a few things we have to get. I have the list on my phone, and Timothy is going to push the cart and grab stuff, so let's go. So, for those of you, mini chocolate chip morsels, try to get some of those. Oh, we need some vanilla. We do need yeast for when we make bread. That wasn't on the list. What else? What else? Flour. Do you want to get flour?
Yeah, we need
Flour. He's gonna open it. Flour.
flour.
No, we'll have to get that someplace else. So for those of you that have not been to an Aldi's, this is kind of how it's set up. And they put the signs up there, and you kind of grab what you need. And it's definitely a different setup than most grocery stores, but it's really nice. Here's our cereal section. They have granolas here. A lot of their stuff is organic, which is pretty awesome. So we do need a couple cereals at the house because we only have a couple of boxes or a couple of servings in like each box. So give it like 1 or 2 days of cereal for breakfast and we're going to be completely out of cereal. So Tim is going to pick his cereal. He loves his Honey Nut Cheerios. I love Cocoa Rice. Yes, I'm a child. I know, but this Cocoa Rice is the best Cocoa Rice ever because it's super chocolatey. And it's not like any other. Oh, it's so good, so good. And we got Captain Crunch last time. Do you want that again?
What?
Captain Crunch? No? All right, I think we're ready for eggs. So he's getting milk right there.
Whole milk.
Whole milk because it's not gonna go bad in a week. So Tim is grabbing butter. There's a lot of people here today. People. See, look at him getting his butter. Yep, butter. Alrighty, so again, here's an Aldi's type of aisle set up. They have all their fruits and like soda and stuff, juices. We have on the list lots of fruit. I think we have grapes and apples and bananas. And I want to say there's some others, but I don't remember. Tim's looking right now. Tim's looking. Oh, we got gluten-free spaghetti. So I do have a slight gluten issue. My body just doesn't like it that much. It's not anything that super is hindering or anything, but it's kind of annoying. So at all these, I get the Live G-Free All Natural Organic Gluten-Free Pasta made with brown rice and quinoa flour. But you have to be careful when you're cooking gluten-free stuff, especially pastas, because they go from being underdone to overdone like within like 15 seconds. So you have to be really, really cautious and careful when you're cooking those. But we also need chicken stock, so we're gonna get a couple of those. Actually, I think we only need one. Yeah, we're only gonna get one today. Just one. So we've got, so far in our carts, we have our pasta, our chocolate chips, our yeast, bananas, cherries, vanilla, milk, our cereal, our avocados, our eggs, our butter, I said our vanilla, I think, our chicken stock, and our flour. Miss anything so far?
We're good so far.
I mean, we did miss baking soda, or baking powder, but we'll go back and get that. All right, moving on. So this is aisle number 2. Aisle number 2 in Aldi's is really dangerous because they do things like houseware and presents and things. And then the other side is like detergents and things, which Tim and I don't tend to need often a lot because it's just him and I, but still. One thing we do need though is paper towels and toilet paper. So we always get these ones because they're the best deal at Aldi's. Throw those on the cart. And then we also need toilet paper. We're gonna get toilet paper. And this is what we usually get, Willow So Soft Classics 2-ply. Unfortunately, Aldi's doesn't have like a huge selection when it comes to things like this. So you usually just have to kind of work with what you got. As long as you don't mind that, it's not a big deal. All right, so now basically all that's left for us is to get vegetables. So they start here with potatoes. Then you work into all the other veggies and bread. Oh, and I love candles. I have a problem when it comes to candles. Hey Tim, smell that please.
It smells really good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Because we're like out of candles at home.
Kind of smells a little good.
A little dusty. There's one that's warm vanilla. I don't know about that one. We'll see what he thinks. Apparently that's a no. Apparently no. Okay, moving on. What else? Frosted cranberry. Oh no, sir. No, no. The answer is no. Do we want to go with a candle? No, he thought it was kind of dusty. We'll do something different. Oh, my grandmother loves these things. I can't multitask and push two things at once, guys. Alright, my grandmother would love it. We have to get it for her. Alrighty, so we're gonna get some potatoes. We love the little baby ones because we just like the fact that they're itty bitty little guys. And I always kind of take a peek just because, you know, you gotta check out your produce and stuff. Not looking too excited about these potatoes, but yellow onions are on special. 3 pounds. Yellow onions, that's perfect. They're 79 cents for this whole bag. 79 cents. The whole bag of onions. Oh, Tim already grabbed some onions. Never mind.
I'm ahead of you.
Oops. He's ahead. He's ahead. All right. And then the next thing, Tim? Yep, for my grandma. And then the next thing we need, we like to get peppers. And so we don't do all of our grocery shopping at Aldi's. We do some of it at Aldi, some of it at Price Chopper, but we always do Aldi's first. See what looks good, see what we can find at a decent price. And then whatever we can't get at Aldi's, we get at Price Chopper. So with that in mind, like I said, we don't get everything here. Some days are hit or miss where we can find almost everything we want at Aldi's, and other days we can't. All right, so we're gonna check out some peppers and see what we think. We like multicolored peppers just because they do give a really nice color, and the more color your vegetables have, the healthier they are for you. So we'll just get these. So it has like a red orange pepper, a regular orange pepper, and a yellow pepper. We usually get Brussels sprouts all the time, but we like going Brussels sprout crazy. So we're probably not going to get Brussels sprouts this time around, just because I think we still have some at home. All right, and Tim picked out lettuce already, so we have that here. Normally we get like 3 things of lettuce because we eat salads every day for lunch. But because Christmas is in a couple of days, we're not going to get lettuce. But now we need to pick out our broccoli because I want broccoli.
Me too.
Alright, so Tim's going to go pick out broccoli. So you can also see the prices are listed kind of up there. And they have new items and produce picks of the week. So there are certain things that are on sale. We'll do one. One thing of broccoli will be enough to get us through right now, right? Perfect. Let's move on. Now we need to get tomatoes and wraps in this aisle because we're also right by the bread. So they do a variety of bread. And normally they have wraps up here. But it looks like today they don't have any. Oh, that's okay. We don't absolutely have to get the wraps here. But what we do need to get are tomatoes. And Tim's picking out the tomatoes. So we like to do grape or cherry tomatoes or tomatoes on the vine, just because we like how small they are and neither of us really like cutting up really big tomatoes. But we do need cheese, shredded cheese. So Tim's gonna grab a bag of shredded cheese. Okay. They always have some unique things over here. This is always kind of like a fun testing out place because you never really know what you're going to find over here. Like the last time we were over here, we found truffle cheese and champagne cheese. They were so good. Aldi's is great when it comes to looking for cheese because they get so many options and they get stuff from all over the world, which is really, really cool because you can get really good cheese from Italy and cheese from Switzerland and Spain and all that sort of stuff where you sometimes can't find that in other grocery stores, especially if you're located where we are in the Adirondacks. It's kind of hard to get some of that stuff. So over here, they have different cheeses and pasta. Like they have some, the typical all-American cheese, but then they have Parm, and we go through this freshly grated Parm like crazy. I also love string cheese. But I'm thinking we're going to a party at my dad's girlfriend's house. Her name is Robin on Christmas Eve, and she's very Italian, and they do the Feast of the Seven Fishes. And I've never done a Feast of the Seven Fishes before, but my fiance Tim here is actually Sicilian and Italian, so it's gonna be really fun. And I'm thinking maybe we could do this soft cheese with roasted tomato and basil. Alright, so yeah, Tim being my little Sicilian here, we like cheese, and I think it'd be really fun to take to Robin's. Oh, and oh my goodness, if you like string cheese, I love a mozzarella string cheese. That's my favorite, and I love this brand, this Happy Farms brand. I don't know what it is, but the cheese is always super like moist and smooth and just really well made. It almost has that saltiness that you look for in like a hard cheese. Oh, so good. And then when you move past the cheese, Aldi's does have meat. Some people get really cautious about Aldi's meat. I don't care really. I mean, we've tried it. It's never been really a bad thing.
It's just a cheaper price.
It's really cheap, so people get, I think, really nervous about it. But Andy's candies for my dad, because my dad loves, and I mean loves, Andy's candies. It's like his favorite, well, one of his favorite candies ever. He loves Andy's candies and nonpareils, the milk chocolate ones. Oh, let's get 2. So we get breaded chicken, like chicken tenders, and we cook them up all like one bag at a time. We put them in the fridge and we store them for meal prep, which is something you'll see too. I'll do a vlog on that. But the nice thing about meal prep is we can make all of these salads and wraps and things day of for lunch or stuff, but everything's already cut up and ready to go, which is really, really nice. And we love these stuffed chicken. So they're broccoli and cheese. They also do like cordon bleu, but you pop them in the oven and you just let them cook for a while, and they're so good. All right, then you do get into the freezer section at Aldi's, and they have a bunch of different stuff, ice creams and things. And the other side of this aisle is just kind of random stuff that they're really pushing to kind of get rid of. They do a lot of small batch ordering, So they get things that you know, only find like once or twice and then they're gone. And you don't really get them again here, which is really interesting and really unique. So, yeah. Different trays and things. And back to this side, you're into like the breakfasty ice cream stuff.
You want to run and get the baking powder?
Tim's gonna run and get the baking powder and we're gonna check out. We'll see you at bagging. One thing about Aldi's is you have to bag your own stuff, which is really weird to some people, but I kind of like it because they don't charge you as much for all your groceries because it's one less service that they're providing for you. So we're just gonna go and start bagging. So we've got our chicken, our butter, our stuffed chicken, our string cheese, our cheese to go to Robin's with, string cheese. Tim has in here, ignore the mats, but we have our cereal, our chicken stock, a lot of our loose goods that we can easily just kind of stack up in here, which is really nice. We'll just kind of stand those items up here. And we could probably even put the paper or the toilet paper in there.
We could. Do it.
Put the toilet paper in there quite nicely. And then I have string cheese, which can go in the cold bag. Tim's packing vegetables in there. We're gonna put eggs in this bag. Another nice thing about Aldi's is they have all these reusable bags, which I am all about. I love me some reusable bags, but my aunt got us this bag and it's one of the best bags. It holds so much stuff. And the cold bag is gonna go right there. Milk can go right there. Don't forget my purse. And Tim has the keys and we're off. Milk.
Got the milk. Oh, crocodile looks amazing.
Alright, and now I just need my keys. And he's gonna go return the cart and get our quarter back. That's another thing with Aldi's. You grab a quarter and the carts are all connected there, as you saw in the beginning of the video. And it saves them from having to come out and get the carts. Again, they don't charge you as much. Alright, so that was our Aldi's grocery shopping trip. Now, because like I said, we try to use as many reusable bags as possible, we're gonna go home, unload the car, put the groceries away, restock back up on bags, and head to Lake Placid to go shopping at Price Chopper to get everything else that we didn't get at Aldi's. Alrighty, so now we are at Price Chopper in Lake Placid, and we're gonna go in and get whatever other little goodies we need. Alrighty, Price Chopper. Tim loves Swiss chard, so I think we're gonna get some of that. Swiss chard, so good sauteed. So usually we'd get peppers here, but we don't need a lot, so we got them at Aldi's. We are gonna get some cucumbers though. We still have one at home, so I think we only need one more. Struggling with that bag there. Tim, tell me, how do you pick out a good cucumber?
Just look to see if there's no like bad stuff on it.
Bad stuff. Explain bad stuff.
I don't know. I just picked a cucumber that looks like a good size.
So what he means is you want a nice clean cucumber. And you want, when you gently squeeze them, that they're not super soft. You want it to be nice and stable. Otherwise, it means it's already turning. You don't want that. Eggplant, cabbage, carrots, parsnips are so good this time of year. Ooh, look, cantaloupe. So the way to pick out a good cantaloupe any sort of melon really, is to pinch the ends, hold it like this, and gently push the ends in. If there's give, that means that it's ripe. If there's no give, that means it's not ripe. If it's super soft, it's overripe. Apparently that was a good one. So we do need lemons. We're gonna follow Tim here. Lemons. Lemons.
Nice clean. You want two?
I think one. Maybe no, get two. Lemons. So clearly our Price Chopper has lots of options. Tim says we have cranberries at home, but I think I want to do like a cherry cranberry almond bark for my grandfather for Christmas. So if that's what I want to do, I think I'm gonna need some more cranberries, right? Any more cranberry? Roasted salted almonds. Ooh, unsalted. I don't need this many though. I need a very small amount. Slivered almonds would be really good. Slivered almonds. Don't you think? Slivered almonds. Or should I look over here? Let's look over here. This is the more nutty section. Ooh, so these are what I was talking about. These are my dad's absolute favorite candies. A much smaller bag of slivered almonds because we don't need a huge one. All right, what else? All right, so these bites over here are some of my absolute favorite Luna Bar bites. So I love the chocolate macaron, or macaroon because it technically has coconut in it. I love them. They're so good, and they're actually pretty healthy for you. Oh, so Tim found the bread flour. We need that to make homemade bread, right, Boo-Boo? So Tim is picking out his yogurt. He's very picky when it comes to yogurt. He likes like strawberry yogurt and things, where I like a plain yogurt or vanilla yogurt, and I like to add my own stuff to it. He likes to have it kind of all ready. We do make homemade granola from time to time at the house, but he likes to pick out his own yogurt. And this time he got, what kind you get? Peach. And I got us. All right. Next thing, we're ready to go. We just have to get wraps and we can be on our way. All right, so grocery shopping at Price Chopper is done.
Yes, it is.
Success.
It was absolutely perfect.
We'll go home and meal prep.